Yo, this is Frank Lucas, man. I'm sitting here somewhere on the Lower East Side. You know what I'm saying? This is for dropmagazine.com. You know what I'm saying? Get the drop on what's next in hip hop here, man.
Saga continues.
Do you think that the kind of obsession with hip hop artists themselves, you know, with Italian mob bosses, with, you know, people like your father, everybody like that, do you think that helps play into what perpetuates the negativity of the word gangster?
I'll put it to you like this. I would have to agree with that. Definitely.
You do?
From an honest standpoint. But I think that people more or not, they're not into what these guys did as far as, to me, when I look at it publicly, I don't see people being into the violence aspect of it. I think people are more into, damn, yo, look what he did. I mean, Mike Corleone is one of my favorite dudes of all time. Look how well he thought. Look how well he operated. Look how well Michael Corleone prepared. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He was one of the greatest, most intelligent guys of all time. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. To me, in my book, from a film perspective, a gentleman like that deserves a certain level of respect. And not because that he was violent, because the way he operated in business. Do you see the way Michael Corleone operated?
Absolutely. So you think people should take that?
If you can take that, if you can take those rules of gangsterism from men like that, from men like Frank Lucas, right? Mm-hmm. And you can apply those rules of gangsterism to a child's mindset. We have, first of all, we have to redefine gangsterism. If we do not redefine gangsterism, the kids will be lost with a negative trait of thought process, because everything will be take over, hurt somebody, you know what I mean? Because that's what gangsterism is, quote unquote, supposedly about. Although when I look downtown Manhattan and see the skyline, I see gangsterism is about progress. Right. Yeah. I mean, this is reality, dog. Because the men who created the skyline of Manhattan took the land from somebody and they built on it. And they created something that wasn't there before. You have to respect the fact that it's still here now.
Going back to your father a little bit. Mm-hmm. Your father did some, in the movie at least, and in reality, it's verified that he did help to put some people behind bars. A lot of gangsters, as well as a large member of the SIU unit in New York City. Special Investigations Unit. A lot of rappers and people have come out and indicated your father as a snitch. Okay. How do you address that?
Well, I address it by saying this, though. First of all, define a snitch for me. I'm asking you.
Define a snitch? Oh, my personal thing?
No, just give me what you think the streets.
The street, somebody who speaks to the police in any way, shape, or form. That's what I think the streets define.
When you turn the TV on, you speaking to the feds every day, dog. You understand what I'm saying? Big brother is here, man. Listen, Frank Lucas turned over police that were on the table. You understand what I'm saying? And he turned over the Italian families that turned him over first, because they wanted to get back to being at the top tier of the heroin trade. So, of course, they said, oh, well, look, we got to put this guy out of business, then we back in business where we used to be. Now we ain't got to buy from him. We can go back to how things were, because Frank Lucas got to the point where he was selling to them. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, I'm sure he wasn't happy about that arrangement. What do you think? I mean, anybody, forget the race. If I'm in control of something, and then you wind up in a position where you getting better than me and seeing me now, you become a distributor. Yeah. I'm looking at that like, yo, what the hell is going on? You understand what I'm saying? Of course, naturally. It don't matter the race, because it can be the same. We can be the same race. It doesn't matter. Like, if you're in a position where you get more than I'm getting, and you're doing better than I'm getting, of course I'm gonna have a problem with that, because I want to be the best. And they were the best, and then he became the best. Who wouldn't have a problem with that? I don't think it was a racial thing. I don't think it was a business thing. They wanted to get him out because he was getting it way too easy, way too cheap, and he was a problem for everybody. And that's why he's the American Gangster. Now, in terms of people saying he snitched, look at the reality of it, dog. Please, somebody come up with some paperwork, you know what I'm saying, that says nobody has produced it yet. Everybody's just running their mouth. You know what I'm saying? But we do know that he was responsible for the SI unit falling, which was part of the reason why they made the Serpico movie. Frank Lucas had a lot to do with that. A lot of those cops that were brought down, busted. People didn't make the connection yet. You You understand what I'm saying? You gotta make the connection. In the terms of people he turned over, there was 43 people outside of Frank's organization, not in his organization, but people who were third, fourth, and fifth party connected to the organization that turned over him. You know what I'm saying? On he said, she said, this and that, and they put a case together, conspiracy case together, and they came out. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, now, if you turn over on me, am I supposed to hold my tongue about your name if you turn me over? The Italian family turned him over. Is he supposed to hold his tongue about turning him over? You give me up, I'm giving you up. I don't care.
Okay.
This is fair game. You know what I mean? Find me some paperwork that said he turned over Frank Matthews. Find me some paperwork that said he turned over Ike. You know what I'm saying? You know, Uncle Ike, for my family. You know what I'm saying? Find me some paperwork that said he turned over certain people. All people got is discussion theory.
So speaking of other rappers, though, a lot of rappers classify themselves as gangsters. Your father was a real gangster. That's
how you know they already wrong. They're already on the wrong place.
Yeah.
You
So
know what I mean?
you just what do you think of the
To go out of your way to say he's a snitch, he's a snitch, he's a snitch. That's how you already know they're not gangster.
Right.
Because if anything, you would disassociate yourself from somebody that you consider a snitch. But you're gonna make an album or a mixtape or whatever the case is, you know what I mean? You know, and say American Gangster. The American Gangster title was attributed to Frank Lucas. Am I saying that there aren't any other American gangsters? No, I'm not saying that. There are a lot of American gangsters, but the true classification of American gangster is somebody who comes through adversity to rise above circumstances to achieve what their goal of success was. That's the definition of an American gangster. You know what I'm saying? Shit, Bill Gates is an American gangster to me. You know, but half of these guys, half of these rappers talking all this stuff, matter of fact, all of them, I'm keeping straight cheese, call it what it is. Whatever your name is, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to you. Yeah. You know what I mean? All these cats talking all this madness. The bottom line is this at the end of the day. You know, y'all ain't gangsters, though. You know what I'm saying? Because you belong to a set, you know what I mean? And you wear this, you rock that. Listen, everybody respects everybody. And if you don't respect, you know what I'm saying? You can't expect to get respect back if you're not willing to give it. And that's just a simple, that's a simple rule of being a man. You know what I'm saying? So don't disrespect somebody, especially when you don't know the whole story. Get the information, get your facts together. Don't come with conjecture. Don't come with theology and mythology. Come with factology. Come with the real stuff. You know what I'm saying? Come with the real stuff, not your opinionism. Give me solid, concrete evidence. You know what I mean? You know, and if you have it, present it. Guess what? He still made $789 million, and he was the beast, and everybody knows it. And this is what it is. This is the fact. You know what I'm saying? The government say $250 million and $37 million in Cayman Island accounts and portfolio of houses. All right, fine. I mean, they can say whatever they want to say. You know what I mean?
789 million. Yeah. That's the real figure. That's what you've heard.
But like this. But like this. $1 million a day was the whole was nothing but the retail business on 116th Street neighborhood. That's what that was. That had nothing to do with the distributing business.
Okay. Oh, getting back to what you talked about a minute ago, respect. Jay-Z and you having some issues over respect right now. It's something that's been going on a little bit. Jay-Z said in one of his songs, I'll erase your family name while I'm replacing your father. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I don't know.
What's your reaction? Explain the whole Jay-Z.
Well, the whole thing is this, man. I don't want to get into that. I'm kind of done. I'm kind of over with the Jay-Z barbs. I respect Sean Carter. I think he's a phenomenal artist. You know what I'm saying? You know, my name is Frank Lucas, so you can be American Gangster all you want, dog. You can have that. I don't care about that. Yeah, I'm Frank Lucas. You know what I mean? The movie is called American Gangster, but once the movie comes on from the first scene, you don't hear American Gangster. All you hear is Frank Lucas. That's me. I got 2 hours and 37 minutes of fame vicariously through my pops. Thank you very much. Thank you, Frank. Appreciate it. Stick banana in the tailpipe, man.
So on your, staying on that subject of your name, in one of your songs, I think it's Born to Be Cold, you say that everyone is influenced by Frank Lucas.
I said, you name a rapper that ain't influenced by Frank Lucas. The point being made is that everybody wants to be a gangster. So if it's not Frank Lucas, you name a rapper that ain't influenced by John Gotti. You name a rapper that ain't influenced by Nicky Barnes or Bumpy Johnson or Frank Matthews. Men of that cloth. You know why gangsters get so much respect? Because there's a nobility in the way that they understand that they're going to pay consequences for revenge people what they do. They know already. Believe me. These guys know everywhere. If they didn't know, why the hell you think they take all the time to make sure somebody driving a car ahead of them with 10 keys so they ain't getting caught with it? You know what I'm saying? Why do you think they take time to make sure they got their guns up? Why do you think they time to make it? They know what's happening. Why do you think I'm sitting in this corner now? You said sit here, but it was already a right, because if it wasn't, I wouldn't have sat here. I want to see everything. I don't trust nobody. I think it can happen at any time because I'm Frank Lucas. So I'm always on point. You ain't gonna catch me sleeping. If I'm asleep, I'll stay home.